somehow arrived to the IHR, but blistering heat having an effect on everyone. As traffic increased due to the summer rush, the locomotives were hard-pressed to not hold up the schedule while dealing with the never-ending heat. So trains ran from day to night, from Danville to the transfer yards, to New George and beyond, while the heat went on. It was a wonderful day when Alan was tasked to take a freight train of reefers to Danville. The train was heavy, and Alan found it hard to start the train. Leaving the transfer yards, he was hard-pressed to reach the top of Double Hill, a place where he and Gavin had stuck a few months back. The hot summer made him even more determined to get his train home.
This weather is horrible.
You're telling me, at this rate, the weather is trying to burn us out.
Hey Craig, the hill's coming up. Sand please.
It's not working. The sand lead is jammed.
Woohoo! What's our speed?
30 miles. That's not going to be enough. Joey, more coal.
Pounding up the hill, Alan moved his train of reefers up Double Hill. At the halfway point, in an uncontrolled wheel slip.
No, Craig!
We're trying. We're going to have to shut off steam to stop it, hopefully. Oh, no.
Huh? What's happened?
The reefers. They're rolling down the hill.
What? Oh well, we can grab it in a bit.
Well, you're not going to if your coupler is broken.
It is? Huh.
Give me a moment. I'll call dispatch to send a replacement engine.
Dispatch, we need a replacement engine for 765 due to a detachment at Marcus 110. Permission to leave 765 at Sunnytown for a replacement coupling. Over.
Well, this is just my day.
So let me get this straight. Your sand maneuver failed while hauling a heavy reefer train at 30 miles per hour up Double Hill. You certainly have better days.
I would be lying if I said I was having a good day.
Uh-huh. So what did you do for the rest of the day then?
I ended up hauling the commuter runs between here and Sunnytown. Besides that, nothing much.
That's quite uneventful. I'm just glad that it wasn't with
Evening, fellas. What's been the haps then?
nothing really, besides Alan's coupling snapping on Double Hill.
Oh well, we all have incidents. Imagine if you were still coupled up to those referees.
So what's that supposed to imply?
Well, what if you crashed? That would have been bad.
But there's nothing there that could have derailed me.
Says who?
I don't know. Common sense?
Huh?
Never mind that.
You shouldn't joke about runaways. I've heard about one that was just like what happened to Alan today, except it had a much, much worse outcome.
You're gonna tell us about the numerous runaways at Cajon Pass?
No.
What? When were you and tough guys?
Oh, that wasn't that bad. I mean, sure, I was being shot at, but this story I'm about to tell you is far worse than that.
What could possibly be so bad about this one?
Well, let me tell you, and then you'll find out why. By 1943, World War II had been going on for 4 years. The Nazis were losing their grip on Europe, the Japanese were on the defensive, and more war material was needed to keep up with the war effort. By this time, I was only 2 years old, at the peak of my life. I still wore the original daylight colors, and I was regularly put on the Coast Daylight trains. I wish I could say the same for the GS2s and GS3s. While they were still capable, they weren't as young as those GS4s, GS5s, and 6s. They were still capable, just they weren't put on the top line trains and sailed onto secondary trains, troop trains, and the occasional freight train. One of the GS2s was numbered 4413. I forgot his name, but he was a quiet sort of engine. Not too chatty, but he always got his work done without fuss. It's just a shame that he came to a quick and tragic fate.
What happened?
Let him finish.
Anyway, it was around winter when it happened. I can't remember the exact date, but I know the weather that day wasn't very good, and it was also December. The line was supposed to be cleared, but the locomotive that was due to clear it broke down, leaving the line to be snowed down. 4413 at the time was in charge of a troop train being transferred to Britain in preparation for the Normandy invasions. Conveniently that day, 4413's landing gear so happened to fail. The train was due to go over Donna Pass, known for its snow sheds, long tunnels, and steep gradients of 2%. It could have been a tough run, but it was more of a nightmare to say the least. For Vault 1, there was no banker to support the train up the hill, which was very unusual, and there was also a lot of snow. I admit, snow looks good, but it's not practical. Slugging it up the hill, the train progressed up the hill. Apparently, the engineer couldn't see anything in the snow. That's how bad it was. The train was about to crest the hill when a violent wheel slip occurred. This caused a jolt through the train while the engineer was holding the reverser. Upon the jolt, the reverser was sent to backwards, and 4413 slipped down the hill at a rapid pace. No one ever heard of 4413 after that, nor was crew and the crew from that train. It is said, however, on the anniversary of his crash, he roams Donna Pass, pounding up the hill and whistling for help.
Was that ghost part necessary? It very much subtracts to the overall story. Yes, some locomotive fell off a cliff on Donna Pass, but adding a ghost part to it, that doesn't sound like a tale. That's more like a Halloween story. Case in point, it's July and Halloween is in October. Hate to break it, John, but you're too early.
Sheesh, what's up with you?
What up with me? Listen, I don't give two horses about some ghost rubbish. I mean, the subject was about your coupling disconnecting on a double hill. Nothing about the supernatural.
What? Has our freedom of speech been taken away?
Are you insisting I'm a dictator?
No, I'm saying that there's nothing wrong with adding a bit of supernatural elements to a story. Besides, you got a problem with it?
As a matter of fact, yes, I do have a problem with the supernatural.
Well, care to explain it?
Okay, I will. First of all, it's a waste of...
Goodness, please stop. I don't want to hear any of this. Can we get some sleep? I've got a busy day tomorrow.
Don't you have a break tomorrow? The next few days went by with nothing really happening. Everyone was going around the line doing their regular jobs, nothing was off, and John's story wasn't brought up again for a bit. A week or so after John talking about the tale, Gavin was due into Sunnytown, pulling a train of covered hoppers. It was scheduled as the last train for the day. It was due to interchange with Norfolk Southern at 2 in the afternoon the next day, and was set as low priority.
Why is it today, out of all the days, that I'm on all the work? First the morning computer, then a merchandise train, followed by a fuel run, then this. What's next? Covering for a diesel on into a Lagrange?
I'm not complaining. It's a nice evening. The sky is clear, the birds are asleep. Just enjoying. Although it's quite late in the evening, I might sign off for the night. You know full well I have a family to attend to.
Yes, it's not uncommon knowledge. A father's got to do what's best for his family.
It's good that you understand that. How do you even know this? You're a steam locomotive.
Well, with age comes experience and many crews. And as you age, so does your library of memories.
Too true, old boy. Well, time to put you in the sheds. I'll be back tomorrow, and we can continue to downgrade. You up for some switching?
Of course. What sort of an engine would find switching bad? Switching is what makes a railroad organized.
Okay, no need to give me a lecture.
And within a half hour, Gavin was in the sheds and had a good rest. Craig had gone home, and his fire had been dropped. He fell asleep, tired but happy.
Why is it lightning? Hello? Who's there? Show yourself. Come out. I'm not scared. Come out. What? Who are you? What do you want?
My identity is none of your concern. As for the latter, I must tell you something.
Then what? Spill it out.
Don't test my patience.
Okay. What do you want from me?
I don't need anything from you besides your attention, so listen closely. I foresee events for this railroad. I don't know what they will be, but I will tell you to be careful. It's all a bunch of blur to me, but don't mess this up. If you don't look out, this railroad will go down.
But why is it our railroad you want to protect?
That is a question for another time. For now, goodbye. And don't forget this encounter.
Wait, I still have many questions. Wait, What did he mean by those events? You make it seem like something bad is going to happen. But if so, what? How do I know when it will happen? He told me not to forget about that encounter. What do I make of it? Should I tell the others, or should I not?
You're alright, Gavin. You've been talking to yourself this entire time. Is everything alright?
Huh? Oh no, everything's alright. You know that I sometimes think out loud.
Right.
Making his way to Danville, he arrived around noon, where John, Alan, and Chuck were resting. He was still thinking about last night's events, and he didn't notice the other engines until he got into one of the rows in the roundhouse.
Hey Gavin, what's with the down face?
Huh? Oh no, I don't have a down face.
Then why do you look so absent-minded? You're not usually like that.
And can't someone think about other things?
Okay, calm down. No need to snap out.
Apologies.
Well, I have to get ready for a fuel train. I'll see you lads later.
Speaking of which, I have to go now. Can't upset the passengers.
Okay, have fun.
Something's on your mind, isn't there?
Huh? Whatever do you mean?
I can tell by that look. You're thinking about something. What happened last night?
Nothing? How could you tell something happened?
I mean, you aren't usually this absent-minded. Unless you're in deep thought, of course.
I guess it couldn't hurt to tell you.
So Gavin proceeded to tell Chuck the events of last night. By the time he was done, Chuck was left just as confused as him. Wait, so you think that the ghost that visited you was from a story John told you and Alan? Are you sure you weren't hallucinating?
I'm not too sure. I was really tired after all, but besides that, I don't know if I was.
Oh, it's okay to tell the rest of us that you need help, of course.
But how are you supposed to tell the others that I had an encounter with ghosts? They'll probably shove it off as lies.
Come on now. You're one of the oldest engines on the line. You've been on this earth long enough. You should know what to do.
You're probably right.
That's the spirit. Anyhow, I have to go now. I'll see you later. Hope you get better soon. As Chuck left the roundhouse, Gavin was left with his thoughts. He still hadn't forgotten about the ghost's message and wanted to find out about it. Why it had come and who he was exactly. Was he hallucinating or was it real?